Welcome to your practice today. We're going to do a rolling sequence, an unstick sequence for the low back. You need 2 balls, hopefully toted by something, and a block, and a wall or something firm. And we're going to start standing with the balls toted. And all of these exercises are going to focus on the lower back, the quadratus lumborum in particular. So we're going to start with the balls vertically placed, so parallel to the spine. We're going to work one side of the spine. So you're going to come up to a standing position close to the wall. We're going to start on that left side, and I'm filling in that space between the bottom rib and the top rim of the pelvis. So I'm in some soft tissue, and I'm just to the left of the spine. So you're going to put the balls in place, lean back against the wall. So I've got to walk my feet out maybe a foot, maybe a little bit further, so I can put some pressure back on the wall, back on the balls, and I'm not locking my knees out. And they're going to start with just a little side to side motion, pushing the balls right and left, right and left. Imagine you're smoothing out any wrinkles on the shirt. All right, then you're going to keep the balls there, just to the left of the spine. Have your arms down by your sides, and maybe even imagine you're holding really heavy dumbbells or kettlebells. And you're going to lean to the left. So you're going to lean to the same side where the balls are positioned, and then come back up. And you'll do that a few times. So you lean over, and then come back to the resting length of the tissues. So you give a little compression as you lean, and then back to normal. Good, a few more, 3 to 5. Last one. Good. And then push off from the wall, grab the balls, and just stand a moment. See if you can feel any shift, no matter how subtle, between the sides. Even above or below the spot where the balls were placed. And then we're going to go over to that right side. So balls just to the right of the spine, parallel to the spine. Once you get them in place, start with that little sway side to side, back and forth. Oh, I already can feel the difference between sides. Not super surprised that this is my tighter side. You might have your own line of inquiry, the way you move through the day, how you carry yourself, or the sports and activities that you engage in. And the mind got a little off kilter from that, so you might need to line them back up. Just above the pelvis, below the ribs, arms down by your sides, grab those imaginary weights, and then lean over to the right, and then back up to center. And do that many times. Last one. Right, and then back away from the wall, grab those balls, take a moment to stand. All right, we're going to do one more at the wall. This time you just need 1 ball out of the tote and a block. And we're going to go a little more directly into the QL insertion point at the pelvis. So if you can feel, so follow the length of your spine where it hits the rim of the pelvis, and then you go out a little bit to the right and the left. There's little soft tissue pockets right in that corner where the spine and the pelvis meet. So we're going to dock the ball in that corner. You're not on the spine, you're to the side of it. But now we're going to use the block to fill in the gap. So the block's gonna go against the wall. And let's go back to that left side. So block's against the wall. I've got mine vertically. I'm trying to find, can I get the ball right in that little corner where the spine and the pelvis meet? Ooh, found it. Found it. And now again, I'm walking my feet out. I have a little bend in my knees and I'm leaning back, trying to get accustomed to that pressure, that sensation. And you've got to lean back enough that the block doesn't fall. And we're going to go back into those side bends. So you're going to lean to the left and back up. Ooh, quite different from that first one. And just 10 more seconds. All right, grab both the block and the ball, best you can. Step away, stand a moment on your upright spine. It's amazing how a little bit really goes a long way. All right, let's even it up. We're gonna go to that right side. So block against the wall, ball right at that corner. The pelvis and the spine meet, and you're not on the bone of the spine, you're just to the side of it. Holy Moses. I knew it would be tighter, but part of me was holding out hope that it wouldn't be so bad. Breathing through it, smiling through it, or crying through it, whatever gets you through. And then once you've acclimated a little bit to that pressure, you're gonna lean to the right and back up. And lean and up. Revealing and releasing, revealing and releasing. Anytime this is a hurt so good moment, just tell myself, why? Why am I doing this? Give yourself a little pep talk, 10 more seconds. All right, and then step away, blocking the ball, standing. All right, we're gonna do one more together on our backs. So you can put that block off to the side. You're gonna put the balls back in their tote. You could do this without them being toted, but it's gonna be a little more challenging. So back in the tote. And then we're gonna place the balls right at that bottom spot where you just were. So now you've got one to either side where the QL kind of inserts at the pelvis. I'm gonna keep my elbows and forearms on the ground and pick my hips up and do a little push-pull up and down. So you're spanning, if you can, get that whole area that we've covered. So from the bottom tip of the shoulder blades to the top rim of the pelvis. You can always do this lying down. It's just a little harder to get the gliding motion. Trying to keep the balls directly on either side of the spine. All right. Slide the balls out. Ooh, come onto your back. Take the arms out to the sides. Drop the shoulders. A few breaths tracing up and down the length of the lower spine. Sending your attention, your breath, that circulation, blood, the lymph flowing all around the lower back. Healing, repairing, refreshing this area that gets so overworked, so compressed. Take another breath, just resting in neutral. And then hugging the legs in one at a time, give them a good squeeze, maybe a little rock or circle. And then making your way up to a seat. Use this practice anytime the low back needs a refresher, which for me is pretty much every day. And take good care of yourselves. I hope to see you very soon, and be well.